two things which I believe differentiate us from other law firms. One is our strategy, and secondly, and most importantly, our culture. What the changes brought about notably by the introduction of the alternative business structure have done is to create a focus around change which has been going on for a number of years, and they have also provided an accelerator to that change. So let me explain a little bit more what I mean by that. Ever since the recession in 2008-9, and indeed probably before then, the pressure on our client base has been increasing, and there has been less work around, and so a combination of pressure from our clients to look at the way that law firms conduct their business, to look at the cost that is charged through to clients against a background of less work, has meant that law firms have had to change and adapt, or as the saying goes, or die, and that has been notably the case in the last year or so, and I fear that there will be more of that. There is no doubt that the change that had been going on before the Legal Services Act, which is now being accelerated by the Legal Services Act, is something which is affecting lawyers of every size and description. Would we have believed 5 years ago that Allen & Overy and Herbert Smith would send a large chunk of their back office to Northern Ireland? Lots of things are happening and have happened in the recent past outside the Legal Services Act, which demonstrate that major change is afoot in the way that the service delivered by lawyers is being undertaken. The benefits of a strong management team for a law firm, I hope, are completely self-evident. All organisations need to be led effectively, and that is even more the case when we are in a time of significant change. I think the interesting thing about law firm management is that historically lawyers, like the good Victorian amateur sportsmen, have pretended and tried to do management of law firms. This is not something that one can play with lightly, and I think that one of the big differences today is that law firms are increasingly recognising that it is a specialist skill set, very much as certain parts of the law, of course, are a specialist skill set, and it deserves people with the particular skills that are required for that space, which are different to the legal skill sets, to be used and applied within the organisation that is a law firm. One of the things that I have to do as the CEO at Kennedy's is think about what is the right management team and what is the right management structure for Kennedy's as it evolves. And it has been hugely useful to have conversations with Gary and Tim about my thinking about how the management structure should evolve within Kennedy's and whether there are going to be people out there in the market who might fit in with my thinking at a particular juncture in time about what the shape of the management should look like. So that's the first thing they've been hugely helpful about. The second thing is that there is their whole approach to dealing with more specific and focused recruitments that we have identified, that I've identified, and then we've discussed with them. Their approach to the implementation and execution of those recruitments has been absolutely first class as far as I'm concerned. The huge positives that I have taken from the experience of working with them is that they are people I enjoy working with. I think they're very thoughtful, and I think they're very insightful, both in terms of what I think they think will work within Kennedy's, and also aligning what is out there in the market, not just in the legal market, but the wider management market, which might work within Kennedy's.